Hi Scorpio, my name is Crystal. I'm the Salt City Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading for July 1st to July 31st. I'm not sure how loud the shuffling is, but I've watched other readers where they've shuffled during readings, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so loud. So I'm trying not to shuffle like super loud. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, by the way, but it's just so that y'all can see that I've shuffled the cards. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And for July 1st to July 31st, 2020. So this is going to be the Rider-Waite deck. I almost called it the Morgan Greer because I've got that one. I'm just not using it today. And I also use the Earth Magic Oracle deck, which I will use as a follow-up for like the overall minutiae of the reading. Okay, so Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A couple of things. So if you do want a reading, you can go to you can go to the comments below and just leave a comment and say, hey, I want a reading, and just leave an email or something so I can shoot you an email. Or you can email me at saltcitytarotreadings@gmail.com, and I will make sure that I get back to you within 24 hours. Readings are going to be $55 an hour. I only do hour readings at this time. I do lots of follow-ups, as you'll find. If you've been a subscriber for a while, I appreciate you sticking around. I took obviously like quite a bit of a hiatus, so I am back. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, I think. Like, we'll find out as I go. So I'm gonna do a I was gonna say, if you're new, and the messages don't really resonate right now, that's totally okay. Come back next month and check out some of the readings, other readers while you're for the month of July, and then come back in August and see. And yeah, readings don't always resonate with everybody on every channel. There are thousands and thousands of people in the world, millions of people, billions and billions of people. Yeah, so not every reading is gonna resonate with everybody, right? So if it resonates with you, cool. If it doesn't, that's totally cool. Check me out again in August. And yeah, let me just shuffle a little bit more. Also, I channel, and a soul channel spirit guides and stuff. So I'll randomly get a download, and if I do, I'll let you know what that is. If I don't, then I'm not gonna just randomly say that I'm getting one. I'm not. So sometimes your readings you'll all get some, sometimes I won't. So yeah, it's super fun stuff. I've been working on quite a bit. Pretty exciting. I've gotten downloads for quite a while. I'm just learning more and more about them. You can't really learn everything about anything about tarot. It's just everything's. It's a constant learning experience. Let's just put it that way. All around. So it's wonderful. But so let's go ahead and check it out. What's going to you Scorpios? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see here. Sun, Moon, Rising. You guys I just feel like I need to shuffle a little bit more. Sorry about that. And she's ready to go. Okay, so we're doing the Celtic cross. Also, I don't read reversals on camera. Well, I do on camera, for personal readings. I just don't do it for YouTube. Just because I don't want to. I choose not to, so don't do it. So let's see here. I asked the cards to show me the cards upright, just so that I can go over it. Never had a problem. Alright. Scorpio, July. And at the bottom of the deck, we have got, Scorpio. You guys have been, so is it just me? So I'm a Scorpio. I'll let you guys know. I'm a Scorpio sun. I've got a Libra rising, and I have got an Aquarian moon. My Venus is in Sagittarius. And so it's interesting because, as a Scorpio, we don't always, we never get good readings. Let's just put it that way. Rarely do we get good readings. Rarely. Usually, Death and Tower. power and destruction and all that shit, right? So we don't get that this month. We get some good shit. And I think that last month, in June, we got a pretty good reading too. So it's kind of weird. It's like, what is that? I think all the like retrogrades and all the crazy stuff happening with all the planets and everything. Like the universe is like throwing us a couple of bones. And yeah, I think some of us are choking down the bones as they go, but there's also some good stuff that's happening lately for Scorpio. So let's go ahead and check it out, right? So at the bottom of the deck, I shit you not, I just shuffled the cards. Bottom of the deck we get Two of Cups. Woo woo woo. So there is the Two of Cups are amazing, right? So those of you guys who are thinking about companionship, relationships, things like that, stuff's gonna be going down in the month of July. It's gonna be going down. This is at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. So you got the Two of Cups, okay? So something's gonna be going on relationshipy in the month of July. And very good stuff. I'll get back into that in a minute, but I feel like I'm being drawn to some other stuff. Really good reading. Reading. Really good reading. Okay, guys, I can see the cards and you can't, so I'm just like, like this is insane. This is crazy. The energy's really good, so we'll go over it. Let's go over it. Two cups. Okay, right out of the bat, right out of the ball court, whatever. So, what we've got here in the center, we've got the Ace of Cups. So we've got an offer coming in, an offer of love. My cup overfloweth, right? So obviously this cup of emotion covered with water. Water is all about emotion. Cups are about emotion, love. And an Ace of Cups is an offer of love. Here's an offer of my love, right? So that's happening in the month of July. You're either offering it to somebody else or they're willing to offer it to you. So we are going to get into that a little bit further here. Oh my gosh. You guys might feel like you're having a heart attack. Like, not like in a negative way. Like, don't like have a heart attack right now. But you might feel as if something is really, really, really good. And it doesn't have to be like love stuff. But like, there's some of you Scorpios, like, it's like, I don't even, not half of you, but like, less, obviously a lot less than half of you. Some of you guys may be getting engaged, like, straight away. Like, people that have been in, like, relationships and stuff for a while with someone. I feel like, so Two of Cups are just an offer of relationship, right? But it could also be offer of more than that. So we've got the Two of Cups here. But with the Ace of Cups here, like, I feel like some of you guys, like, might be, like, proposing to someone straight away. Like, some of you guys. Not even half, because, like, half the Scorpios in the world aren't going to get engaged, right? But for those of you who are not, and you're just, like, starting, like, out, like, there's a commitment that is on the table, for you. It's going to be coming in the month of July. That offer is going to be there. And there's also, over that, too, it could also be additionally, because we have the Page of Pentacles, so this is kind of like a double whammy. You get a Page of Pentacles, right? So this is like, he's here, and Pentacles are all about, typically about finance, right? So it's about a new financial offer, a new idea, right? It's about new ideas. It's about, like, having an idea which could behoove you financially, having an idea which could also, I don't know, like, maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to start a business with a partner. Maybe, and I feel like Cancer actually just got something like this as well, where it's like, it's an offer, but it's also an offer that could work with someone financially in a way. It doesn't always have to be that way. But this also could be a earth sign person coming in, so it could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn person coming in. Someone could say, hey, I am this Capricorn friend that you have, or a Capricorn person. I need help with this business. Would you be happy to help me with that? Would you be willing to do it? And that could be something that is your cup overfloweth as well, because it could be emotionally fulfilling, not only financially fulfilling, but also emotionally fulfilling. For some of you guys as well. So, but it's something that's going to be like, you're looking at it. Like, do you see? I love how he looks at this pentacle. I don't know if you can see it because it's so, like, I don't know if it's blurry. But if you're able to see, his face is like, this is something that he's like, this is like my baby. Like, this is something I've always wanted to do. And someone's just like, hey, yeah, do you want to try this? And I'm like, of course I want to try it. Do you know who I am? Of course I want to try it. So, yeah, I mean, you're just, like, blown right off the bat. Like, you're, like, blown right out of the water. It is unreal. Like, you might feel a little bit speechless about the situation. And this could also just be partnerships. It doesn't have to be relationshipy. But because we've got, you'll see what's happening. It is some craziness. So we've got also, in the recent past, okay, and this is like 1st of July to 31st of July, energy will go wherever the heck it wants to go, right? So this may not come in for you yet. This may not have already happened. It's just the first today. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We do have the 9 of Cups here. And this is recent past. So this is like a wish has been fulfilled. You have something that you've been dreaming for. And this doesn't have to be like sleep dreaming. You could be daydreaming about it as well. Or wanting to manifest or working on, that is coming in or has come in the recent past for Scorpio. So at the mind of the reading, we do have the 6 of Swords, okay? So it's forward movement, and you're moving forward with someone here. But what's interesting about this card, and sometimes I talk about it and sometimes I don't, but I decided to talk about it today, like in this reading, because I think that I got this earlier for a client, actually. And it didn't really come out as much here. But with swords, so swords represent like logic, and they represent, here, let me put this here so y'all can see it, represent logic, fairness. They rule air sign people, and also the water here is representational of water, as we know. And I was going to say, this does look like a rod. So we've got a lot of, what's going on in this boat right now is a lot of, you've got passion, which is the rod, right? A passionate new beginning. You've got the logic that's here as the swords. But the swords are here with them, right? They're not hurting anyone. No one's getting hurt by them. But it's like taking, when you move forward in your mind, okay, wherever you're going, Scorpio, in the month of July, because this is where you're going, okay, you're thinking about it, and then you're going to be on your way. It will be somewhere that you're passionate. It'll be in a direction with either someone or some place that is passionate. You'll have thought about it for a while, so you have that logic there. And also, so you've used your intuition about it, and you're thinking logically and fairly. And then you've also have water here with you. So it's also a combination of the three of those. So you're using emotion as well. And then it also involves another person. So there's forward movement with that. And the person could have a child. There's a child in the boat. I don't always point out that this child is in the boat, but I do feel like some Scorpios are getting like engaged or something in the month of July. And this person that they're engaged to might have a kid. Because, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So it's like a random download, so it's always fun. But yeah, you're moving forward, and the offer looks really, really good. The energy's really, really good. You'll know that it's time to go when it's time to go. Like, you'll know when it's time to jump in the boat and go with that person. It might be like something that happened very, like, you weren't planning on it. Well, you were planning on it, but you weren't actually. It's not like you're gonna like be like, voila, now I'm gonna, it might just be like a spur of the moment. You're in a beautiful environment somewhere with the person that you love, and you're like, let's get married. Like, something like that, like very abrupt, but it's something that you've thought about for a while. You know, you've taken that time to do that. So anyway, so what is going on at the pit of the reading, right? So this is like in the stomach, this is like using your intuition, things like that. We do have the Lovers. This could be also the sign of Gemini, so you could be involved with a Gemini person. If it is not, you have got the Lovers here in the pit, and it's a lot of you Scorpios will be thinking about relationships, okay? And it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but I feel a lot of romantic energy going on in this reading. And so we've got the Lovers here. It's taking the time, but if this is in the pit, it's almost like how in this position up here you're thinking about it, and here you are sitting with it, right? It's almost like thinking about it, but it's not so much in the brain. It's like you're utilizing your intuition. You're taking the time to kind of like marinate on that and see whether or not that's something that you feel could occur, right? With yourself and someone else. I feel a lot of soulmate energy here as well, because when you get the Two of Cups and the Lovers, especially when you get the Ace of Cups with it, especially when on the table we've got the Wish card. Okay, we've got a lot going on in the month of July for you Scorpios. So that is unreal. There's like so much, but it's a very like huge like soulmate, and even for some of you guys this might even, and I hate to say this, I hate it, because twin flame are often confused with soulmates, and they're two totally separate things, but that's an entirely different conversation. But the reason they say that is because I'm getting that, but also we've got twins. And we've got twins. They don't look exactly like here, obviously, but we've got two people in love. So, but very, very, very hardcore coming in soulmate energy, especially with the Ace of Cups, too. So, there's nobody else on the table either. Like, we've got Gemini with the Lovers, possible Gemini, because that's the card of the Lovers. We've got a possible Earth sign person here. So Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I don't know what it is with like Earth sign people, but like if it's like somebody asked me like the drop of a dime, I don't have a ton of Earth sign people in my life. So I'm always like, oh, is it? Yeah. So it's always like, wait a minute. But yeah, we've got a lot of Cups energy, so a lot of water sign people. So this could be a Pisces person we're talking about. Could be Cancer, could be another Scorpio, or somebody with that in their chart, right? Heavy water energy coming through. So now what we have here in the position of how you're feeling is the Sun. Like, seriously, what in the hell is going on, Scorpios? Like, we get maybe one good card every once in a while, but this is the Sun. We're going to be feeling like this baby on this horse with the sunset here. This is really, really wonderful energy. Everything feels really good. Everything's going really smoothly. I honestly just want to thank like all the planets that are like in retrograde lately, or like all the craziness that's going on, because it's such a it's a very smooth flowing, happy, warm, surreal energy that it makes you kind of feel like, is this happening? Sometimes you have to think and be like, is this real? Like, some of you guys might actually be like pinching yourselves in the month of July and being like, holy crap. Really, really, really good. Really good. Take the time that you need to, it's so funny that I was going to say that. I was going to say this before I flip that over. Take the time that you need to enjoy the positive energy when it's here. Because Scorpio tend to, like, while positive things are happening in their lives, they're like, what is going on? Why is this happening? This isn't real. When is the other shoe gonna drop? I need to know what's going on. Like, I'm not used to this. Like, we're always used to, like, living in, like, the darkness, because, like, we're a Scorpio. Like, Scorpios are into, like, the dark, and they're into, the, the, the deep of everything, right? The deep, deep. They want to know the deep. They want to know the details. They want to know, you know, they're a lot more into, like, obviously, like, the occult and stuff like that. Otherwise, like, you wouldn't be watching. But yeah, I mean, if you're a Scorpio and you're watching, like, you likely know characteristics of Scorpios. But what I'm saying is that you will find yourself at times in the month of July wondering, is this my life right now? Like, everything's gonna start, like, feeling, like, really, really, really good. Things are going to be going forward without incident. There's not going to be a lot of hoops to be jumping through. Like, oftentimes Scorpios have got things that are coming out of nowhere, and, like, they keep feeling like they're, like, taking one step forward and then, like, 2 steps back. You know what I mean? In the month of July, like, there's going to be some good forward movement, however. So take some time as the Hermit, because you got this is the card for your near future. So take the time, you know, that you need to. Take the time that you need to as you go, okay, in the near future. But you have this light ahead of you as the Hermit. And this is also Virgo, could be Virgo. But it is in your near future. So, but you have got this light here ahead of you as the Hermit, right? So with that light there, you don't have to see way ahead of you. You don't have to know. And this is kind of just what I was explaining to you, is that you don't have to know what's going to happen. Outside of this card, we don't know what's over here. We don't know who's here, what's going on here. But enjoy the time that you have with what you can see as your reality at that time, okay? So just a reminder of that, and that's kind of what you're going into. So take the time to do that, because if you have something good, energy like this that's coming in, that's good, you've earned it. Universe isn't going to just, like, throw really good stuff at you all the time for no reason, or ever. Like, really, like, you have to, it's you've gone through something, and now this is what you're going through as a result of that, right? It's not always, nothing's always going to be great. So take the time to enjoy it while you have it. And then just put one foot ahead of the other, okay? And just keep that light. Okay? And then in the position of how other people see you is a Page of Wands. So you have a new passion, something you're very passionate about, that you're looking up, see his face. And he's thinking, okay, I have this new passion, I'm going to run with it. And take the time to enjoy that while you do it, okay? And your hopes and fears, okay? We've got the 5 of Wands. This is exactly what they're talking about. Conflict. Of course, this isn't anyone's hope. Nobody hopes for conflict, so this is your fear, right? So we fear for conflict, you know, in the general Scorpios. Is shit gonna fall apart? Is there gonna be conflict? As I'm so looking toward this, here's a page. Here's another page. You guys might be moving, too. If you're not moving, you're moving forward with something, as we just discussed as well. So, maybe moving house, moving job. But you fear conflict. You do feel it. And that's okay. It's okay to have that conflict, that fear of conflict, because that's normal, right? Especially for Scorpio. So, the outcome card that we have is going to be the 8. The 8 of Swords. Again, just to reiterate, you fear, Scorpio, that this conflict could poke its head up, right? Such a good reading. Such good energy is going to be happening around you. You're not really going to know what to do. If something does poke up, like, you'll just take your lantern here, one foot ahead of the other, right? And just go as you would, right? You don't have to know what's going on 200 miles down the street when you're driving at night. You know, some people don't like driving at night. I love driving at night. But when you're driving at night, you can't really see further ahead than where your headlights will show you. You can only see where you're allowed to see. Once you get to that point, then your lights will then show you the rest of the way and show you the rest of the way as you go, right? So you'll see what you're meant to see at the time, but enjoy the time that you have, okay, with what you have. So here, we've got this lovely card. So with this woman, with this Eight of Swords, she's walking through all this water here. This is emotion. She feels restrained. She's tied up. She can't see anything. She's covered by all these swords. And this is after all this, right? But this is the outcome card. So this is a reminder that don't make yourself stuck in a situation. Okay, don't make yourself stuck. And why I'm saying that is that the fear right before this is conflict. Okay, so the only conflict that's going to occur in the month of July is conflict that you will create. Okay, real conflict. So anything petty that happens, it's petty. You know, you're Scorpio, you deal with petty all the time. You really don't deal with it, you just kind of walk away from it for the most part. Most Scorpios do. But if this happens to you and you feel stuck and you have, you know, this emotion puddle here, and you have all these swords around you and you feel like you can't move and you can't see, you don't know what's going on, this is because you have to take the blindfold off. Wrestle your way out of this conflict right here. Okay, so you're wrapped, and if you take off the blindfold and you wiggle about a little bit, this is going to loosen up. You're not being stabbed by these swords. They're around you. They're just not, they're not touching you. They're not, you know, they're not affecting you in any way. The water here, the emotion, is too little. It's not, you can't drown in it. You don't have that. It's shallow water. So everything is exactly the way it would be if it is to be imagined that way, right? So take the time to get, this is basically you're just getting stuck in your head. So don't get stuck in your head. The good thing about tarot is that, and I'm going to do a follow-up card for this, and I got to kind of do it quickly, but the good thing about tarot is that when you have a card, for example, as this conflict card in your fears, and then as your outcome you have this is telling me right away that this is something that's self-created, and the only person that can take you out of that is yourself, right? So you can take yourself out of that conflict. Anything that arises in the month of July, you know exactly how to handle it, but you have to remind yourself that you have to put one foot ahead of the other one. And pretend as if you're driving in the middle of the night, and you just have to, you know, you're only allowed to see what you're allowed to see. If you start to panic about it, you will become like this, okay? And you'll have to get yourself out of it because nobody else is going to come. There's nobody else in this card that's going to help you but you, okay? Harsh truth, but hey, we're Scorpios who can handle it, right? So show me one follow-up card to why we've got the Eight of Swords here. One follow-up, please. Why do we have the Eight of Swords? I want to do another card for you guys, and I'm going to make it quick. Why we got the Eight of Swords? Show me for Scorpio, July 2020. One card. Oop, there she goes. I want that one. Chariot. All right. You might feel some confliction, or you might feel scared about moving forward. Okay? Moving forward with something. You might, like, don't make a decision to do something, by the way. Do not get in this boat, and move forward until you are completely ready to move forward. Okay? Because the Chariot's going to move forward. With or without you, it's going. It'll wait if you ask it to. But if you sit here and you're causing conflict for yourself, okay, you got to make sure that you take the time that you need so that you're not stuck in this conflict. You don't let this be a fear. Easier said than done, right? That's why you take the time in the near future to go about it. Because this is a really good reading. You got some really good stuff coming in, but explain what it is that you need in order to keep yourself out of this conflict, out of this confliction. If you don't want to get married right away, for example, tell the person, look, I don't want to get married right away. I think I want to wait. Or if you tell someone that you want to get married and they're like, no, I don't really want to, not right now. Let's take some time. Yeah, let's get in that boat. We're still going to get in the boat, but we're not going to get married in the boat. We're going to go in the boat and we'll see where it takes us. Okay? We'll take it step by step. as if we're driving in the night with our brights on, let's just say, okay? So we can see a little bit further ahead than we normally would be able to, but there's no guarantees, right? But the conflict is in your fears. Nobody hopes for conflict, right? So you're afraid that there's going to be conflict, and as a result, you feel stuck, okay? And as a follow-up to that, why is that? Because of moving forward. So don't move forward unless you're ready to move forward. Now, this could also be with a Cancerian person, okay, because this is the sign of Cancer. But it doesn't have to be, okay? This is also forward movement. What's been on the mind? Moving forward with someone. Really, really, really good reading. Beautiful reading. Really good energy. Stay the hell out of your own way. Best advice I can give you. Got to do a quick oracle card before it cuts off, which it will in a minute. What's going on with Scorpio, July 1st, July to July 31st, 2020. Give me one card, please. Show me spirit. One card for Scorpio. It's the message that you have, overall message in regards to this beautiful reading. Super grateful for it. What do we have? Scorpio, July 1st to July 31st. Please show me in one card for Scorpio. Okay. I love tarot. We get effortless waterfall. Okay. Get out of your own way. Okay. And it's not a waterfall of tears in a negative way. That's not. There's nobody's back there doing anything to anybody. Right. This is effortless. This situation here is going to feel very effortless. It's going to be very smooth sailing, very, very, very good. It doesn't mean that, like, later on, you know, like, something isn't going to happen because it's a Scorpio reading, right? So it's always, something always could come up later on, but take the time. Take the time. It's going to be effortless for you, okay? So when something's effortless, why are we creating conflict about it? Okay? Why are we making ourselves feel stuck? Alright? Only move forward if you're willing to move forward, okay? But if you're not willing to move forward, just communicate that you're not willing to move forward, not at the time. Maybe not as far forward, maybe not married, maybe engaged for a little while. Maybe not in a serious relationship, but maybe just, you know, we can date for a little while and kind of see how it goes. It's just, you're a Scorpio, so do whatever it is that everybody has their own individual situations that we're all going through in life, and take the time that you need in order to just, you know, have that light ahead of you. Take the time that you need to, okay? But don't create conflict that isn't there, okay? Don't make yourself stuck. Not with this beautiful of reading. Take the time. There's plenty of other months that will come about when you won't have any choice because you'll have a tower come in or something. We don't have that in the month of July. Roll with it, okay? Enjoy yourselves, enjoy your lives, and enjoy this beautiful energy. It will be effortless, okay? Okay, so don't feel the need to, like, force something or not force it or hold it back or Chariot moves it on its own, okay? It moves when it needs to. So let yourselves be happy. That's all I have to say. Yeah, you guys earned it. You deserve it. You really, really, really do. A lot of Scorpios that I know have gone through a lot of hell. So take the time that you need. Enjoy it. And, yeah. Offers, you guys. Offers coming in. Offers everywhere. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want a reading. Let me know if there's something specific that's going on in your lives and you're really watching this reading and you're thinking, oh my god, that's me. Like, I've watched readings where I felt that way. So let me help you, okay? Leave me a comment if you want, or you can shoot me an email. Again, saltcitytarotreadings@gmail.com. And I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye. Have a good month.